I think my biggest contribution is simply giving students the opportunity to succeed. You definitely have to start with building a relationship, and once you get that, you have to give that student the opportunity to use the relationship you've built, to use what you've learned about that student, to allow them to progress and show that they are capable. If you don't intentionally include people, you unintentionally exclude. You have to make that effort.
My greatest accomplishment has been my relationships that I've built with my students. I'm really the one that has gained the most from them. And it's just neat to see them out in the community. They grow up so fast.
I think my greatest contributions in education are my students. These are people that are going to be shaping our society, this community, this country, the world, maybe.
I think in my career, I've mostly focused on giving kids confidence in what they do. And so they come into my class and they're a little nervous and they're a little scared. I teach math, and they're, they say, "Oh, I'm a bad math student." And it just breaks me down when I hear them say that. My job, I think, has been to build them up, build up their confidence. Nothing is more exciting to me when a student says, this is the first time I've understood math. And they walk around a little bit more confident. They show pride in their work.
You talk. You ask them how their game went last night. You ask them how their work. Some of them, our students work full time. Ask about what it is that they care about, and they will open up. The most important thing is that these are somebody's children. And as a parent, there is absolutely nothing that is more important to me than my own children. It's the most valuable thing that I have. And I think you can never lose sight. These are somebody's kids, and they're entrusting us to us. Whether it's getting them on and off that bus safely, feeding them a meal. I mean, as a parent, that's the things that we do. We feed our kids meals. And of course, teaching them what they need to know in the world.
I really believe in meeting students where they are. And that doesn't mean you dress like them or listen to the same music that they listen to, but meet them where they are so that they can come to an understanding with you, and then pull them along where they need to go. I feel that when I meet them where they are and we understand each other, then we build a relationship and we can move on. And so that would be the advice I'd give to new teachers, veteran teachers, even anyone who's working with students.
I could almost guarantee that 100% of us, when we were younger and when we were in college, we were not thinking, I am going into teaching because I love paperwork. I love bureaucracy. I have got to be a teacher. Somewhere down the road, I'm going to be doing lole cole. Woohoo! That is not what we had in mind. What we had in mind is that we love children, we love students, and we wanted to make a difference. And if we don't have time for that, then we probably need to be looking for another career.
I definitely think you need to be reflective and take that time to know why you're feeling down or why you had a bad day. Also reaching out to your colleagues. I think we are so fortunate in Lynchburg City. We have a wealth of fabulous teachers and educators and people that work with our students.
So yeah, we're gonna have those days when we're down. Yeah, we're gonna have those days when we don't think we can make it. But if we decrease the barriers between our students, if we build those relationships, if we tear down what's going on outside the classroom, that doesn't mean you have to make a home visit. Maybe you're good at making home visits. Maybe you just want to bring the parents in and hear and have your community hear a student talk or dance on the stage, but do whatever you can to break down those barriers. And the probability of that student succeeding and the probability of getting your class where you need to go increases. It's really just about breaking down barriers and looking at the reality that there's hope. You can be surprised. I mean, there are times when you walk into a classroom and you don't know if the kid's going to throw a chair. You're surprised. You know what also happens? You don't know if that kid's going to sit in the chair the whole day. You can be surprised. So be prepared to be surprised and just have hope.
Be real. Be a person. Be happy to see your students. This summer has been a summer like no other, and our students are going to come to us confused and looking for answers. And if we cannot be a positive role model as a teacher, then who can be?
The biggest role as a teacher in the classroom, no matter the subject, no matter the grade level, is getting to know your students. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people will say, but it truly makes a difference. If your students know that you truly care,
and that you want them to succeed, and that you're not going to let them fail, that you're going to do everything that you can to help them get to where they need to be, and that they know that you care for them. You're going to get more from them, and it's going to be more meaningful to them.
Knowing that it's our responsibility to be keeping in mind what that student's best interest is, and they are not one size fits all. Students are so different. Each one has their own story, and you have to be flexible. You have to understand that what works for one may not work for another. You have to be willing to be flexible in the classroom with assignments and activities, and even the relationship building. Some students are going to struggle with a teacher who's in their face, and you have to kind of be subtle with others, and others need it. So just be flexible and remember they're somebody's kid and love them.